Today is July 6, 2024. This is Vince Marino Plumbing, LLC in Pittsburgh. This is A.O. Smith Burkett copper coil boilers. It's for domestic hot water. It's in a restaurant here. Last week we had a situation here where this boiler, coil boiler, was putting off dangerous levels of CO. The owner asked me to check it after I was doing some other work for him here on the sinks for him. So as you can see, there's some carbon here or something. The maintenance of the building they're in here advised them. So these are the readings. First reading is 2026. Second reading 3,714. Then I got this to go down to 58. And the last one was 24 ppm. Now, to make this operationally safe, legally, since I discovered the problem last Saturday morning, is I had to seal this with aluminum foil and the foil tape. I used aluminum foil to seal off the draft. Now this is not a permanent solution. This is only to make this safe, since I discovered that it was a dangerous situation. So what I did here is I put aluminum foil. The chef gave it to me, or the baker. This is a bakery deli type thing here, and we sealed this off. So what I'm going to do is we're going to remove this, and we're going to put a 6-inch barometric damper MG1 to correct these problems here that they're having. Now, there's no spill switches on here. I don't believe there's any rollouts neither. I don't know why these commercial builders don't come with spill switches. So anyway, that's the problem here. Now this was put in. This is open now, but we're not going to leave it like that. If this stays open, this is a lethal weapon. So what I determined here by testing the draft is the air is going to the wrong place. And when this comes on, it seals off the combustion gas. Trying to find out the other switch right here. So this is the flue. This boiler. Now whoever did this, they put this into a liner. Now the thing is, when you do a liner, a lot of these HVAC companies here in Pittsburgh, they don't know that a liner can only go so far vertically, a certain size. So if you have a 6-inch flue on your appliance, you can't run a 6-inch flue 50 feet up or whatever. You have to go by the chart. As you can see here, this was starting to deteriorate, but it's not fully. So in the meantime, I'm going to get this fixed, and I'll have some more additional footage of the testing. We have the damper in the 2 switches. This is going to be set to the side here, so we're going to test this. You can see there's no draft in this place. Now, they don't make these no more. They stopped making them at Dwyer. Okay, so you can see here there's no draft. Before there was none at all. So the air is being redirected in this space here, okay? Now I have a door here that's open with the maintenance. We opened it because there was some spillage because the one switch that I was told didn't shut off the unit. So this is the only makeup air in this place. Okay, so I'm gonna close the door. This is an apartment building slash restaurant bakery type thing. So we're gonna close this door and lock it. And we're gonna turn this on. Now they have the draft hoods on the stoves upstairs, which you can probably hear. So there's a lot of things that... Okay, so my camera stopped, but there's draft hoods that are on the stove up here that could be affecting this too. And I'm going to close this door to make it sealed. This is a big building. I opened these up to get some of the fumes out. You gotta be careful, you know. So this thing wasn't drafting and combusting properly. So we're gonna start my analyzer and turn the brake on. Alright. So we got ignition. Now you can see there's no draft here, very minimal. So we're at 5 parts. Before that thing was inclining. It was inclining. To over 3,700. I pulled it out just in time because this particular sensor, 4,000 parts, I believe, 300, Testo 300. So you can see that it come down right away. We still don't have much. It's starting to make a draft now. So this company put this in. I don't know who this is. They had no knowledge of what the hell was going on. Very low draft here. So we're forcing the air to go from the bottom, the burner chamber up. Before this was colliding in here due to the circumstance. And we're running 7 parts per million. Oxygen's at 17 parts. It's the way it is, it's the way it is. So this is starting to make a draft. This was very unsafe before. The readings were very high here. Now when they test these things out, they're only testing them on a 5-foot chimney in the factory. This building's very tall, so you can see here again. First was 2,000 2,026 parts per million. That was going up the chimney. Then it went to 3,714 parts per million. Then I was able to lower it down by partially covering this draft hood. Then I took that I had to seal the whole draft hood. So right now it's starting to work. See? You have a low draft and a high draft. This was a weird draft. Now it's starting to work, you can see. And our carbon monoxide is at 6 parts per million, and the oxygen's at 18. And we're starting to make a draft too. You can see when you do these tests, there's a few people on the YouTube, which I'm not going to mention their name. They don't know. You don't test the combustion, just the combustion. You got to test the draft too, because that'll tell you if you got a high parts per million. There was nothing wrong here with the gas valve. The person that probably put this in, they would have changed the gas valve. But we got a stable draft now. It's about 0.1 in climbing. And the damper is working. Okay, so for some reason the circumstances around here in Pittsburgh, you don't touch this. This is not for a homeowner. You not adjust this. This is for gas, propane, natural gas. This is factory set. This is not like the oil, wood, or coal. So this chimney starts down here. You know, you got about 10 feet. It's probably about at least over 100-foot tall chimney, maybe 200 feet to the top of this building's roof. Could be more. And they put this atmospheric vented water heater, which is fine, but it got to be controlled. And this was a 7-inch, not 6-inch. I had to go back and get a 7-inch one. They looked similar. So now you can see we have a good draft. We're combusting properly. And this is another one I caught and fixed, but you got to be careful. So when this first starts, it's cold. I don't know how many times a day this thing comes on. It's a 200-gallon storage tank. This chimney's cool. There's nothing in here. You can keep it active and warm. So when this first starts, there's no draft. By doing this, we force the air to go from the burner chamber up, and then this gradually controls the draft. Here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this is a commercial place now, and you have any kind of boiler problem, steam, hot water, commercial swimming pool heaters, commercial boilers like this for hot water, give me a call. If this wasn't brought to the attention of the owner of the restaurant, this could have been either a deadly situation or the boiler would have been destroyed from carbon. This was actually starting to carbon. There was some soot, you know, that happen if you don't have the right oxygen gas mix. So we're about 10 parts per million. Oxygen's at 20. And That's the only gas appliance down here. The building has central heat, steam heat. So sometimes you gotta take these draft hoods off. Now, this has 2 safety spill switches, okay? Prior to this, it didn't. Now, as far as the burner, we don't, you know, I can't modify everything. But I didn't put this in. You can see how the gas line is and everything with it. And that's the kind of work people do. Excuse the interruptions. I must have hit something. My camera cuts off after so long. I don't know why. I gotta figure it out. But I'm testing this up there to show you that there was no draft. But in reality, we don't test the draft here. This gets set from down here below the damper. So that's just something I did to show you that there was no draft initially. So when you install the damper, you don't test up here. That is for when it's atmospheric with the draft hood. So right now we got about 11 parts per million, as you can see, which is fine. Now what I'll do is I'll digitally test this with my we're gonna save that, and we're gonna do a digital draft. So you can see that we got a -0.2 draft. Okay, so what I'll do is it's between 0.2 and 3, but it's actually 2 because the digital is a little more. It's 2. I have to hold it down an angle. So we got a good draft over the fire, the burner, and this is corrected, and it's made operationally safe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this damper up. I'm going to seal that hole, and arrivederci. So that's the conclusion of this A.O. Smith Burkay copper coil boilers, and you can see it's working. Arrivederci.